Common Sense Nation. I'm your host, the Doctor of Common Sense. Please come in, enjoy the show. Maybe you can learn a little, get you a couple of laughs in, but make sure that you try to look at the evidence on whatever we're talking about. Try to be fair in your judgment, and hopefully we can help America become better. Welcome to the Common Sense Nation.
Men who look like you, men who vote like you, and men who sound like you. White men, something is broken. Something is cracked deep inside when so many of you believe the answer to fear, to loss, to change is violence.
Support the doctor at Buy Me a Coffee. The links are below.
Yes, he said support the doctor. Now link is below. Do it now.
Support the doctor. He works so hard. We love you, Common Sense Nation.
All right, Common Sense Nation. We got a new way you can support it. We're gonna say that before we get started. My man Steak has put the links. So you're all familiar that Cash App kicked us off because YouTube demonetized us, and I guess they got with Cash App. So now you can support us through Buy Me a Coffee. That link is below. We're gonna start posting a link on all the sites. It's gonna be on both of the YouTube stations, and we're gonna post it on the Rumble. So if you want to support us, you can support us like that. Now we got quite a bit to talk about tonight, because I want to tie two things together, technically speaking. I want to tie this whole communist socialist movement with the sheer ignorance of the blacks who are upset with Officer Tatum for interviewing the people. And they got all these people saying, why didn't these people go to Nancy Grace? Why didn't they go to Fox News or CNN? Why didn't Nancy Grace and Fox News and CNN go to the boys? Maybe it was because Officer Tatum reached out to him. But I'm going to deal with the core of why they really upset with Officer Tatum. We're going to deal with that. And this rise in communism and socialism, it is all because of the sheer ignorance of those on the internet. Those who will spread lies and think nothing of it. It's at a epidemic state now. It ain't just the Ben Crumps. It's the Tucker Carlsons. It's the Candace Owens. It's the Willie D's. It's these so-called experts, the Anthony Fauci's. These people keep saying that they're experts, but when you listen to them and ask them a pertinent question, you will see that they're not as big of an expert as they say. They talk real fast, kind of like this woman right here.
For the technical difficulties, it doesn't matter. We are here now. Let's go. All right, you guys, a lot has happened in the Nolan Wells case in the last 24 hours. As you know, it appears from my opinion that the state of Mississippi is making a full press to make everybody stop talking about everything. The autopsy's fake. They're trying to say that audio's fake, but they can't get it pulled down because there is proof that it's actually Freedom of Information Act, all right? 3 people to date have been arrested. Surprise, spoiler alert, nothing. Nobody that's been arrested has any information about Nolan. As a matter of fact, it is 3 people that have gone and said things to Judge Ashley Cole. I don't understand why there's a billion people and only Judge Ashley Cole seems to be taking a hit. He, Warren, Bart, all of them keep saying that they getting like prices on their head, but they've yet to show any proof of it. However, the internet is a crazy place. Please.
You know, I find it funny. They say this woman right here has about 600,000 subscribers. Every damn day she come on the internet. YouTube leaves her up. Every damn day she come on the internet with a different theory. Every damn day, a different damn theory. No facts to back it up. You don't got any damn facts. But here's my question to all of you so-called black gatekeepers. You know what I'm getting sick of? I'm getting sick of all these black people think they can tell somebody who to talk to and the F to talk to. All of these want to go back to Africa, black power, all this crap going on. And the liberals are technically their masters, because every time you talk about a particular story, they can't stay focused on a particular story. They're going to bring up slavery. They're not going to talk about the blacks who helped slavery. They're going to bring up Emmett Till. I got a fellow who's going to address that too, which happened 71 years ago. They'll bring that up. But you notice, I noticed something they never bring up. You'll never get one of these black power Negroes, these guilty whites, to bring up who killed Malcolm X. Notice they never bring that up. Black Malcolm X is supposed to be the pillar of blackness that y'all supposed to follow. Who killed him? The Nation of Islam, most people say, had something to do with his death. That's including Louis Farrakhan. But they never say anything about that, but they got something to say. They're upset with Officer Tatum anytime black folks, because I know them very well, can't control a narrative of what you say. Everything's got to be about racism. When you don't make, of course there's some things about racism. And when you tell me something about racism, I'm going to be on your damn side. Kind of like Chud the Builder, who I can't stand. And I brought that up. Kind of like the black lady who shot the man who was approaching her in the parking lot. But I'm not going to come up with fake racism. Nobody has shown me one damn shred of evidence to prove that any of those boys had anything to do with Nolan Wells dying. I'm sick of his mammy. I'm sick of his daddy, his stepdaddy. I'm sick of being Crump. And I hope somebody does sue being Crump. Because what they did now, I have a clip. It was a fellow who Don Lemon interviewed. Don Lemon was upset because this black man who lives in Mississippi will not constantly talk about race card. But this is my question I like to ask the black people, which none of them like to answer this particular question. What's the number one reason black people are suffering in America? Give me the number one reason. And if you say systemic racism, I just know how ignorant you really are. I'm not saying I agree with everything Officer Tatum does. I've criticized him about certain things. But I'm going to have some facts to back up the reason I disagree. Him interviewing somebody, why is that pissing y'all off so much? They got so mad at Officer Tatum for interviewing his boy. Why didn't Don Lemon interview him? Why didn't all these other people interview him? Why did these podcasters interview him? You mad because he interviewed him? Doesn't he have a right to talk to people? What the F you think you are? These people think they can tell him who to talk to. They're upset because he won't constantly go with a narrative. Now, my question to the people, him interviewing him makes him a coon or Uncle Tom? One fella brought up, he's married to a white woman. So is Don Lemon married to a white man. I don't see y'all criticizing Don Lemon. Serena and Venus from Compton is married to whites. I don't care who people marry, but I find it this selective outrage about Officer Tatum. He married to a white woman. Well, let's name some other people. Ketanji Brown on the Supreme Court, the one y'all praise all the time, she's married to a white man. I don't hear y'all talking about that because she's a liberal. See, you got to understand something about the filthy left. Black filthy left, white filthy left, Latina, whatever. They're vile creatures. They're ungodly. They pretend to be godly, but they're ungodly. They don't know nothing about the Lord. Nothing about the Lord Jesus Christ. Nothing. They'll pretend real good, go to church every Sunday. Got more hell than them in a little bit. But if you look at the statistics, I can go back to 2020. The homicide in the United States increased sharply compared to 2019. According to the FBI's homicide report, victims and offenders' race were known. The large majority of black homicide victims were killed by black offenders. That's 2020. We're going to get to 2024 because we talked about that one the other day. The data shows, according to this particular report, 2,574 black victims were killed by black offenders. I didn't hear not one single you Negroes who's always talking about that D.L. Hughley. A man was molesting your child. You didn't do that damn thing about that. You need to shut the hell up. I find it quite laughable at some of these people with the pretend outrage. See, they tried that with me. They already know I don't give a damn about what you say. I care nothing about what you say. You can huff and puff. I don't care about none of that. They think they can control what blacks do. Now, Roland Martin, who's been one of their advocates all this time with his little micro-sized penis, getting his three-fingered in his behind, y'all was okay with him. You notice that Barack Obama was writing love letters to his boyfriends or to his girlfriend, telling her how he was dreaming about men. He was found in bathhouse. He was having relations with Mr. Sinclair in the back of the limousine. But you didn't say a damn thing about that because he's black and he's a liberal. He's a communist too. Barack Obama don't believe in God. Michelle Obama don't believe in God. You care more about your blackness than you care about the Lord Jesus Christ, who you say died for your sins. You clowns, you freaking clowns. They're upset with Officer Tatum. Whenever these Negroes, these plantation cotton pickers, whenever they can't control a black man, they start with this. Clarence Thomas is an Uncle Tom. Well, you say he's Uncle Tom for what reason? Because he just don't cry racism at every turn. But who's the #1 killer of black people? That's what I want to know. And do you know that the most commonly reported statistic for births to unmarried mothers is in the black community? In 2020, 69 to 70% of all black children born were born to unmarried single mothers. Do you think that has something to do with what's right? Ain't no damn systemic racism. Stop having damn babies out of wedlock. Take care of your damn kids. That's what you want to do. You're upset. Officer Tatum's taking care of his kids. Why are you upset? Bunch of these SOBs who be talking online don't even take care of their damn kids. Probably don't even talk to their own damn kids. Got the nerve to be grandstanding like you some kind of damn authority or something. Violent crime in the black community is because of black people. You know nothing about no. Can't nobody make you take no drugs or nothing else. Can't nobody make you steal or rob. Want to hear that? I do find it funny that when black people were back in the 60s, when they had most of the men was in the household, it wasn't perfect, but most. Notice that black families had more pride about themselves. You wouldn't have caught your mother or your grandmother in the store with them night clothes on, freaking rag on your head with your damn gown on, cussing loud. You got to have some damn respect for yourself. If you look at guns, is not the problem. Because in Montana, they got more guns than any other freaking state per capita. And their crime rate is low. You know what else they don't have in Montana? They don't have a bunch of coloreds. Because a bunch of you don't know how to act, and nobody want to tell you that. But I'll tell you the truth, and I don't care if you like me. See, this is the thing that they don't understand. This is what they don't understand. See, Officer Tatum care more about. I don't try to negotiate with you. I don't try to go in your part. I don't give a damn about none of that. Because I know for a fact, because I know some of these bastards personally, not on the internet personally, I know you're not going to talk to them in rational words. Because I've been talking to them for the last 30, 40 years. You're not going to get through to these dumbasses. I call them dumbasses because that's what they are. Personally, I know a bunch of dumbasses. Personally. I rarely go around them because they're dumbasses. They don't know how to act, and then they always are using excuses. Quit telling me about something. The #1 killer of black, whenever I see you Negroes get upset, Officer Tatum not killing none of you blacks. When I see you get upset about the gang members and everybody else killing people, when I see you getting that upset about that, then come talk to me, damn it. Sick of you Negroes running around trying to police somebody on what the hell they talk about. You talk about that trash on your freaking podcast. Talk about what the hell you want to talk about. How you going to tell this man what to talk about on his damn podcast? Who he want to interview? I don't know where this kind of mindset come from. Because everybody didn't told them they was special. See, Mammy didn't told them they was special. Everybody told them they was important. I don't give a damn how many people you got following you, clown. Hell is you talking about? Can't even articulate a valid point. And then when somebody questions, I dare you question Nolan for Wells family. I'll question any damn body I want to. Anytime I want to, however I want to. If you don't like it, I don't give a damn. You don't like me because you're going to understand the disdain I got for you liberals. You don't even understand the disdain I got for you SOB. Can't stand you. Don't want to live around you. But they're upset with Officer Tatum when he interviewed these boys. The mama, why didn't the mama go talk to the boys? She went and contacted Benjamin Crump. She didn't go talk to any of these boys. She lives in the community with them all this damn time. They weren't racist all this damn time. Why didn't you pick up the phone? Because if it had been me, they would have had to get a restraining order to stop me from calling. Hey, have y'all heard something? Where were y'all at? Okay, where did you get the phone? See, I'd be on the phone calling I'd be knocking on the door. They'll be getting sick. Oh my God, he's coming again, asking us questions. I wouldn't go contact Benjamin Crump. Then go on the internet with Don Lemon and Joy Reid and every other damn liberal. Why didn't the mammy go contact the people that her son was friends with all this time? Because at first she said nobody contacted, no parent contacted her. Then she changed that line and said, well, then 2 or 3 contacted me. No, you got Benjamin Crump to send out cease and desist letter telling them to preserve every damn thing. Then you want to, I wish somebody would come forth. You just threaten them. And they said, why don't these boys talk? Y'all threatening to kill him. It's funny to me, y'all threatening to kill him. And then you said, come forth and talk. But we're going to kill you. You cracker, you. Because I want to play a clip by, this is a clip by Nolan Wells' stepfather. And Nolan Wells' stepfather said something to me personally that I just thought was outrageous. I thought the damn stuff that, you understand what, see the reason that they can have a person running for office, these DSAs, Democratic Socialists, is because people are ignorant. Somebody can say we're gonna do away with the Pentagon, we're gonna do away with prisons, we're gonna do away with the police department, ICE, and the Senate. Who in the hell are going to lock up the criminals? Oh, they can't get locked up because they don't have any prisons. A person can run on that platform and these dumbasses will vote for it. The reason so, listen to how they handled the Nolan Wells case, the Carmelo Anthony, the Mike Brown case. And this is why a Democratic Socialist can run for office and tell you, we're going to make things better for you because this is the socialist way. You can't show me now damn country that the socialists made any damn thing better. But I want you to listen to Nolan Wells' stepfather again, because I still can't get over this particular conversation here.
Elmore, you heard that kid Trace in the interview say that he was friends with Nolan and that you guys would know him. Do you know him? Do you recognize him?
No, I don't. Just because you park your vehicle in someone's yard doesn't mean that they have to know you.
Does anybody let strangers park vehicles in their yard, in their driveway for an hour, for 2 hours, for 2 days, and you don't know who vehicle it is? Even if it's your son, friends, so who cars that parked in my driveway? That's what any reasonable parent would say. Because the car could be stolen. Whose vehicle is this parked in my driveway right here? The Nolan Wells stepfather, who the cat got his tongue all this time, he had to let his wife talk because he needed permission slip to talk. All of a sudden, he done found his voice because Benjamin Crump, who was holding your wife's hand for about an hour and you let it happen. Now you want to act like you talking like you got some facts on your side or something. This is a prepared statement by Elmore. Now Elmore wants us to believe somebody parked the vehicle. He probably would have though, because you kind of wimpy to me anyway, Elmore. Yeah, you damn right I said it. Give a damn if you like it or not. And for all you black power people, I don't give a damn about you huffing and puffing. That's online. Huff and puff online. I don't give a damn about that. This is what gets me. He said somebody parks a vehicle in his driveway for 2 days. You don't have to know who they are. Oh, that sounds real reasonable to me. That sounds real damn reasonable.
It's more sounds more to me like he's more focused on getting people to know him and getting away from the fact that his so-called best friend is not here anymore. Everyone that they may have interviewed are at home. Outside should be in college right now. We should be receiving phone calls from them about how his day went, but we can't.
See,
and we just went back to focus on what the real subject matter is.
Understood.
you want to focus on what? If you was focused, why don't you tell that filthy lawyer you got by the name of Benjamin Crump, that race hustler? Why you didn't tell that Negro who can't read? Why you didn't tell him to focus on finding stuff? Why wasn't Benjamin Crump going to talk to the people? All he's been doing is grandstand. We won't know the road. Anybody who hires Ben Crump, from now on, I don't give a damn who it is. I don't care if you lost your whole family. Once you hire Ben Crump, I'm not going to give you any credibility anymore. If you hire Ben Crump, I'm going to know you're a grifter. Ben Crump is a grifter. I hope somebody sue that bastard. I want Ben. See, Benjamin Crump, the reason he keeps doing this, because everybody lets him just keep on doing this. Nobody ever sues him. It's easy to be a good fighter when nobody punches you back. See, somebody needs to punch back on Benjamin Crump. Benjamin Crump needs to be sued. That's what needs to happen. Sue that SOB and keep suing him. Give him something to do besides running around, race hustling every damn chance you get. There's a black man. I'm going to play the video too. There's a black man that you may have seen. Let me play I got to play my what's name again first before I do that, because we have a new way you can donate and support us.
Support the doctor at Buy Me a Coffee. The links are below.
Yes, he said support the doctor. Now link is below. Do it now.
Support the doctor. He works so hard. We love you, Common Sense Nation.
Okay, I wanna go over here to this link. This particular link here is Don Lemon interviewing this man here. He lives in Mississippi, and the comments that they were making, because they were so outraged that this man would possibly not be deal with the race card all the time. We can't stand he does that.
We're having here. There's a lot of blacks right along with a lot of whites. That is a problem that we're having here. There's a lot of blacks right along with a lot of whites that are having this problem. When Ben Crump and Al Sharpton came to our state, I think one thing they did wrong was you can't come down here and start saying that our state is prejudiced. It's prejudiced place. This is
look how Don Lemon is looking. The whole time this man is talking, came on his show, Don Lemon is looking down because he wanted this man to come on and just blow with the race card. Since he won't go with the race card, Don Lemon is not. I'm gonna let you see some of the comments. They would call him Uncle Tom Coon. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Y'all should have vetted him. Dumbass Negroes.
it's a state that lynched and killed Emmett Till. Well, that was 71 years ago. And Emmett Till was killed for looking and whistling at a white woman. These days, it's so many blacks having babies with white people. White men are marrying black women down here. We have so many sandy brown haired mixed babies running around down here. We are a gumbo down here. And another thing, Don, is we are a military community. That's how we got here. My dad is originally from Louisiana, and my mom was New Orleans, and my dad was military. That's how I got here, through Keishla. And so we have Navy bases here and Air Force bases here. That's what we are. And it's a gumbo. Everybody, white people try their best to not ruffle the feathers of black people, and black people try their best not to ruffle the feathers of white people for the majority of it. So when Ben Crump come to this town and start saying things like that, he's alienating these people and he's getting pushback now. That's why he's getting all this pushback. And it's going to me, it's hurting the whole entire investigation, which is why he's probably not getting a lot of help from people. To me, that's the deal. You cannot come in here and tell us how racist we are. Well, these people showing you how they hate you doing that type of stuff in our community, and he's going to get this type of pushback that he's getting. That
now, that's what he said. I want to pull up these comments because I want you to look at these comments. Let me see if I can get up there. She said, he lost me at my dad is from Louisiana. My mom is from New Orleans, as if there's two totally different places. See what they focus on? She said, who screened him? In other words, he ain't acting real black, so who screened him? Facts. Look at it. Friend of the family. Look. Well, my mother is from Norfolk. Okay, he won't try to be funny. Sounds tomcoonery to me. Did he say he was Emmett's? It was Emmett's fault. What happens if a feather is ruffled? He said nothing. You can't talk to these people. I'm telling you. There's no need you trying to have a conversation with him because I already know you can't. No Ben and Al came when that official said there was no foul play. No, they said it appeared there was no foul play from looking at the body. The autopsy in the toxicology report takes about 6 weeks to come back, dumbass. Why don't you just Google it? You can see that. But they don't want no facts. All they want to do is race bait. Let me show. I'm going to show you some of these other ones. Say, I could have saved so many more slaves if they only knew they were slaves. They quote Harriet Tubman. Well, Terrell, you need to ask yourself that damn question. Because you damn niggas been voting for the Democrats since the 60s, and you still complaining about the same crap. If the Democratic Party was so damn good, you've been voting for them for about 60 years. Why didn't they fix something by now? Barack Obama was the president for 8 years. Joe Biden was pretending to be the president for 4 years. That's 12. Bill Clinton had 8 years in there. That's 20. Why didn't y'all fix something then? Damn, you stupid. Then they got the nerve to call somebody. They said this is Tatum's twin. Other words, he must be Officer Tatum's twin. Said, here is a reality. 71 years ago is not all that long ago. My father, 71 years. I'm 50 years with Emmett Till heaven. Okay. I like to ask this fellow. Have you ever went to a place and it was such a racist that they was calling you the N-word and telling you to get out of your N-word? I'm 60. And nobody in my face has ever called me the N-word. Not to this day. Not in my online, not in my face. But a bunch of them that did it online. If it's so damn racist, I should have been called the N-word a bunch of times. Now, I know all races not disappeared, but it seems to me that the blacks are more racist than the whites now. Y'all did a swap. Because the new Klan is these black power folks. Oh, I'm sure there's some still Klan members running around, but they mostly hiding. They're not really out here open. Oh, there's a couple on Twitter and stuff. Hide. I'm saying most of them gotta hide their identity when they be talking on Twitter. Blacks be coming out being racist, showing their real faces on nothing happened to them. They don't get doxxed or nothing. They be saying, we hate white, we want to kill white. Nobody even doxed them. All I hear are those outside agitators from when I watched Eyes on the Prize when I was younger. Who gonna tell him? Who gonna tell him? See, here's the problem I keep telling people. There's a certain group of people that you're never, you hear me? You're never going to get them to change their mindset. You're just not. And if you think you're going to get them to change their mindset, you are deceiving your damn selves. Because here's what I know. I'm not talking about just this internet stuff. Because I used to argue with them back when I first got on YouTube back in 2008, 2009. But I find out the more you show them facts, the more upset they get. The Bible says, correct a fool, make an enemy. These are fools. And they don't need you talking to fools about facts. If you ask them to show them any facts, they were wrong about the so-called recording. They were wrong about him getting on the vote. They've been wrong about every damn thing. Listen, if the autopsy come back and the toxicology come back and says that somebody beat Nolan Wells to death, or something happened to Nolan Wells, I'm gonna be on your side. I'm gonna talk about that. But you're not gonna speculate and tell me all of this stuff without having any shred of evidence. It just makes no sense because you make an ass of yourself whenever you keep speculating with no facts. Just show me the facts. The autopsy has been given over to the grand jury. That's standard procedure. See, what they're upset about is they weren't able to rush these people to just tell them what they want to hear. Now, I have Willie D actually saying that. He says he don't care what y'all say. He's not going to believe any damn thing you say. Let me see if I got him here. He said, no matter what you, and I got this so-called specialist is going to tell Officer Tatum what the problem was. Where's that dang? Hold on a minute. I think I got it over here. He said he don't care what y'all say. Here he is.
On the island before they docked. And that's why it washed ashore something. That's what I think happened. Ain't nobody gonna be able to convince me anything different. I don't care what you say. I don't care what kind of reports they come back with. Because number one, when you take this long to come back with a report, that means the reports are doctored. Yeah. When you take this long.
What proof did he have to believe that? He said, when you take this long to come back with reports, go look it up, dumbass. Almost every report with an autopsy. Do you understand a toxicology report? You can look it up for your damn self. Do these people not go look up any damn thing before they start running their damn mouth? Go look it up for your damn self. It tells you how long it takes. See, you guys want to rush some along. Like the Benjamin Crump people did, rush some along and then start speculating, guessculating.
When autopsy, that means it's doctored. That's right, I said it. It don't take long. Truth don't take long to tell.
You damn right about that. You damn right about that. It damn sure don't take truth long to tell. Now, I got some clips of I'm gonna bring up these Democratic Socialists because I got a couple clips on them too. But before we do that, I got a couple of more. Is that the expert? Yeah, here's another black man upset with Officer Tatum here.
I didn't know who that Officer Tatum was a few months ago, but I've seen his clips circulating around. That's a generational level of self-hate.
Give me a specific reason you say self-hate. He interviewed the kids that were there with Nolan Wells. Explain to me how that's self-hate. See, they do videos. Dumbasses don't know how to quote no facts. They'll do a video, but don't quote any facts on there. What's your facts that is self-hate? Interviewing somebody is self-hate? That means everybody on the internet is self-hate.
I don't think Slugs hate Salt as much as he hates black people. In the clips I've seen, anything that advocates for black people, you can just see the rage fester in his body before he speaks. His instinct is nipped in the bud.
Okay, my question again to you. Who's the number one killer of black? Every time I talk to a black person, it's the first question I ask them. And when they try to go around in a circle, I don't want to hear nothing about what happened in slavery time. Focus, damn it. Focus. Whenever they try to get off, you can see you try that with your other friends. You try to impress them with a bunch of things, immaterial. I don't care about none of that right now. You're going to focus. I'm going to teach you how to focus. I want you, since you've been born, and let's just go with the last 20 years. Who's the number one killer of black people? I'll be waiting. And it don't matter how many times they try to deviate, I come right back. I'll ask that question 1,000 times. I'm not going no further until you answer my damn question. I want to see if you're intellectually honest. Because nobody can argue who's the number one killer of black people is. Can't be argued. 2024, 10,000 of them was killed. I didn't hear nothing from you Negroes. Nothing. But you're upset because he did an interview. Look how with your IQ, how low your IQ has to be. So hating black people mean interviewing somebody who's white. Make it make sense to me, please. I want you to tell me who's the number one killer. Ask any black person that, because every time I ask them, they get upset. I don't care about you getting upset. I don't care about you huffing and puffing. I don't care about none of that. I want you to answer my question, because if you say you want to solve a problem, what we're going to have to do is we're going to solve the biggest part first. That's what we're going to do, since you say you want to solve a problem. Stop having kids out of wedlock. Stop killing one another. Booyah. 95% of all black deaths will end right there. If you just do that, then we can deal with the 5%. Having a bunch of kids out of wedlock is not good for any community, not just a black, any community. Oh, I know they say, oh, I'm a self-sufficient woman, all this kind of stuff. But you can't teach a young man how to be a man. Give a damn how good a mother you is. I'm glad that you raised, as a single mother, you raised a good child. It's possible, but I'm saying statistically speaking, if you look at statistically, two-parent home with a mother and a father, if you look at the statistic, it's not even close. It always turn out better. Now, you can get upset and huff and puff and stuff because you're upset with facts because you're a moron. It's an ignoramus. That's what you are. So you're saying that you're upset with Officer Tatum. He's a coon. He's an Uncle Tom. See, if I was him, I embrace that. I embrace you calling me a coon because I know you're a dumbass. I know you're not going to look up anything because every time I've talked to the Nation of Islam, these black to African Negroes always ask them the same question. Whether they be educated, PhDs, masters, or street, I ask them the same question. Who's the number one killer of black people? And I wait for them to start huffing and puffing. And then this is what they'll do. When I ask one, they'll do, how you gonna tell me these white folks ain't racist? Calm down. I know you get emotional. That usually gets people off their game. I ask you a simple question. We can talk about the racist whites when you answer my question. We can talk about slavery when you answer my question. Who's the number one killer of black people? I'll keep asking the question. We ain't talking about nothing else till my question get answered. This is what you got to understand. Whenever you talk to somebody, make them answer your questions. Don't go to nothing else. We're not going to go nowhere else until you answer that question. We're not going to talk about nothing else. I tell you, I was talking to a guy the other day, and Clever can tell you this is a true story. And I mentioned it the other day, but this is what he wanted to talk about. He was a mobilist. He was a oneness Pentecostal. And he came up to me. He was going to try to tell me that there was no such thing as the Trinity. Now, I'm out of my own business. I don't know this dude from Adam. He just came up to me. He was going to lecture me and get me, show him how much knowledge he had. Now, I know I may look stupid to you, but don't let my stupid looks fool you. So we started talking. All I did was ask a bunch of questions. And I noticed that he wanted to just, I said, you want to make all your points. You came to me and asked me a question. But now I answered your question. Now it's your time to answer my question. So what he wanted to answer, this is a tactic that you got to use on it. So he wanted to tell me that Jesus and the Father was the same person. So I simply asked him, when Jesus was being baptized, it says that heaven spoke, and he spoke to Jesus. The voice came from heaven, and the dove landed on him from the Holy Spirit. I said, who was Jesus? Who was talking to Jesus in heaven? Was he a ventriloquist talking to himself in heaven, or was he somebody else? And when it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, was he with himself? Logically, it doesn't make any damn sense. Now, answer my question. So he kept going around. What do I believe? Nope. We're not going to do that. You're going to answer my specific question on what I just asked you. And if you can't answer my question, leave me alone. Because I'm going to make you answer my question before we go any further. I want to play another clip. And let's see here. Because I want to play, this is a black guy who agrees with Officer Tatum. Let me see if I got it. What did I do with it? I know I saved it. Wait a minute. Dang it. What did I do with it? Crazy. Damn it. I got to go find it. I thought I saved it under there. Well, let me play Don Lemon with Nolan Wells' mother first.
What's your assessment on this?
Honestly, I feel like that is a way which we've seen this before, right? Pattern recognition, we've seen this where things have happened, especially when we talk about the Black community. And, after the death, it's a smear campaign. It's, what can we find out about this person? What can we say? And, that's something, my family and I, especially my husband and I, we definitely do not appreciate. But, we can't fight everyone that wants to have an opinion. But also too, it's part of society that has been allowed to occur, which is it's gut wrenching at best. Because if you were in our situation, you know, how would you feel if there were millions of people who are saying, oh, hey, well, you know, he was at an island, he was heavily drunk. And again, even with the drinking, there are so many conflicting stories, only because I have spoken with adults who knew Nolan very well, coaches that were out there. One in particular, I think he told me he saw Nolan somewhere between like 2:45 and 3:30. He was like, Christine, yeah, we talked for a while. We talked about college. We talked about his life, his plans. And he was like, he was perfectly fine. Because I think it had bothered him too that there was this narrative of, oh, he was sloppy drunk.
I noticed that everybody's questioning Officer Tatum during interviews, but they're not questioning her only talking to left-wing nut jobs that we can't stand. Who thinks Don Lemon is credible? Who thinks Joy Reid is credible? All she talks to is left-leaning nuts. Won't somebody question? Won't she go on a conservative talk show? I'm sure Officer Tatum would have interviewed her too. But she only let people interview her who's going to let her rant and rave about stuff and don't ask any questions. We're supposed to just take her word for it. See, this is the same mindset when somebody said, when somebody dies, you got to say good things about them because they did. I don't got no problem with Nolan Wells, and I'm sorry that Nolan Wells has passed away, but we have not proved any kind of way that somebody harmed him in any kind of way. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen anybody show me any damn proof that Nolan Wells was harmed by anybody. Because if you got proof, I like to see it. But I haven't seen that yet. So until you show me that, your speculations doesn't mean anything. I mean, my opinion just as good as your damn opinion. They think you can't criticize it, but they can criticize it. I just find it crazy. Now, I want you to listen to this black man here. This is another black man. I'm sure he's going to be called a coon too. He said some of his people was raised there. Now, he's got a little profanity, I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to warn you in advance. But he's speaking the truth.
Raised there. Lived in Mississippi. I'm 60 years old right now.
Me and him are the same age.
Listen, folks. All that shit about white and black people, all that shit not getting along in the South, you are so fucking full of shit. I was raised in a small town with white and fucking black people. In the fucking 70s, nothing racist ever happened. And every time some shit happened in Mississippi, first thing you guys bring up is some goddamn hanging. Remember the last time a white person you knew of, go Google that shit and let me know, hung a black man. You guys keep living in the fucking past. Some shit happened a long time ago. I got family in Mississippi right now saying, what the motherfuckers talk about some hanging and shit? They're like, we get along with the people in our fucking city, in our town. Motherfuckers on the outside that don't live in the South, don't live in Alabama, or don't live in Mississippi keep talking that dumbass shit. 40% of the people live in goddamn Mississippi are fucking black. Jackson, Mississippi is fucking 80% black. Greenville, Mississippi is fucking majority black.
Did you get that? Did you get that? See, you race hustlers online constantly talking about how something is racist. Benjamin Crump don't live in Mississippi. And Nolan Wells' family wasn't thinking about all of this racism that they're talking about now because they was living around the majority of the white. The community they living is majority white. Mississippi has a big population of black, but the majority of the people that were hanging around the Wells family, they were whites, and you guys never complained about it. Isn't it convenient when you hire Benjamin Crump, every damn thing is racist now? Why wasn't Nolan Wells' mother and father complaining about these crackers when their sons was hanging out with them, when they were coming to your house? Why you didn't say anything about that then? he goes to a predominantly white school. 80% of the people at Nolan Wells School is white. Why you send your child to a school predominantly white? You should have sent him to a black school. Oh, you didn't want to send him to a black school. It's kind of violent over there. Oh, I see. I know people like this in person too. Always talking about race. They send their kids across town to the white school because they don't want them around the other colors. I know people like this personally. I say, isn't that funny? You live in a white community, send your kids to a white school, always talking about black crap online. Get out of my face with that. You're a clown to me. Freaking clowns. Always making everything about race. You keep telling me about something. How are you going to tell me about slavery? Listen, dumbass, I'm not trying to tell you nothing about slavery. Nobody's denying that slavery existed. Nobody's denying that America owns slaves. But I just find it kind of funny that you don't talk about all the other countries that own it. And do you really know if your ancestor was a slave? No, because you're a slave now. You don't even know if you was a slave. You're too damn lazy to go look up anything anyway. But if my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddaddy was a slave, I ain't one. I was born free, gonna die free. So you enslaving yourself by supporting these communists and these socialists who's anti-God. They don't want you to have rights. They want to tell you where to live. Now think about how crazy this is. These socialist people, while they constantly talking about this race, the socialist people are taking over. The communists really, not socialists. This would be the equivalent of, say you live in a community and they got a home association. And they decide, let's say State, my boy State lives in a nice community, gated community. And they got these big old amount of money you got to pay for your home association. Let's say that everybody has to pay $3,000 a year for their home association. And all of a sudden they say, you know what? This State fella, we find out that he's worth $10 million. None of us is worth $10 million. So what we going to do is, because we don't give a damn if he started his own business and he made his money himself. We're gonna charge him $20,000 a year for home association, and everybody else pay $3,000. That's the mindset of a socialist. If you make more, if you work harder and make more, you're gonna get charged because you made more. How's that even fair? Because that's what Mandami and the rest of these dumbasses, socialists, are technically saying. They're saying if you work hard and make more, we're gonna charge you more to get the same quality of stuff that everybody else is getting, because it ain't fair. Why don't Mandami give up some of his security detail? Tell his wife to give up her security detail, since it's not fair. I don't think it's fair for Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, when they came into office, their net worth was around $2 million, they say. Probably maybe less than that. Now it's about $100 million. How can you make $400,000 or $500,000 a year in 8 years? You become a multi-millionaire. They got 3 or 4 houses worth millions of dollars. Now, how is that fair? That's what I'd like to know. How is it that Joe Biden, who ain't never been crap his whole life, has a crackhead son, his daughter's on dope too. Joe Biden was in office his whole life, never even had a real job. Him and his whole family, including his crackhead son, got rich. Do you think that's fair? No, I don't think that's fair. But you notice that the dumbass blacks and the white liberals will support Joe Biden. How's that fair? Kamala Harris can't even tell you what she's staying for. She didn't got rich off technically locking blacks up for truancy. And by the way, oh, I forgot, she's married to a white guy. Does that mean she's a coon too? Notice that they say you must support Kamala Harris. Well, technically she's Indian, but we will just let that go. But why don't, if Officer Tatum is a coon for marrying a white lady, why isn't Kamala Harris a coon for marrying a white man? Why isn't Don Lemon a coon? See, notice that if you black and conservative, you're a coon. But if you black and liberal, you can marry whoever the hell you want to. See how biased they are? Don Lemon goes home to white sausage every damn night. I don't see y'all complaining and talking about him. Because they want to be able to control you. They want to be able to tell you. That's what they're upset about. I dare Officer Tatum go, it's none of your damn business who he married to. It's none of your damn business who he interviewed. Who the hell do you think you are? Is this not America? You think that it's your job to tell Officer Tatum who to marry? It's your job to tell Officer Tatum who he can interview? Does anybody tell you bastards who to marry? Does anybody tell you who you can interview? You got some damn nerve. See, arrogance of these people, because most people make them think their opinion it means something. Their followers make them think their opinion means something. I don't give a damn about your opinion. You're not that smart. You just think you're smart. Your mammy think you smart. You're not that smart. So a lot of people get on here because of their name recognition. And if you really talk to them one-on-one, you'll find out they're not as smart as they say they are. Because I'm talking about real reasoning skills. Ask them a pertinent question, make them answer it, and you'll see how ridiculous they actually sound. I've talked to PhDs, I've talked to chemists, and everybody was telling me how smart this person is. He's smart, he's so smart. Ask him 2 or 3 questions, that freaking dude's a moron. He can't answer a simple question. All his theories is bull crap. But he's real smart because he uses a bunch of $50 words. I'm real impressed with your vocabulary. Your reasoning skills stink though. You cannot articulate what you really believe in. You'd be surprised, some of these smart people. I was talking to a guy. They say he had a PhD. I didn't check it out. I don't really know if he had one or not. But he said he was an atheist and he's supposed to have been really, really smart. And so all I asked him was one simple question. Do you believe there's a such thing as absolute? He went on like 5 minutes philosophizing, using like words I would need to look up just to even know what the hell he was saying. He went on and on and on and on right there. I said, that sounds real good what you just said. Whatever you said sounds real intelligent. But I want to know, do you believe there's a such thing as absolutes? That's all I want to know. I know you really, really, I'm impressed too. You want me to see your diploma? Oh, yes, that's a wonderful diploma. I'm glad you went to Harvard. Oh, Yale too? Princeton? Oh my God, you are really, really I'm impressed with you. Now answer my effing question. Do you believe in absolutes? So I like him to do that because I knew he believed in climate change, so I didn't like to mess with him. And I knew he didn't believe in God, so I says, what I like to ask you though is that, how did the first piece of matter get here on in the galaxy, wherever it's at? Where did the first piece of matter come from? He said, that's an interesting question. Where did the first matter? Well, I believe that the earth could be, one theory could be that the earth is eternal. I said, false. We're winding down. There's a limited amount of energy in the galaxy, so it can't be eternal. The earth is winding down. Come on, stop. Come on. Well, I said there could be one theory. I didn't say it was my theory. I said, well, I asked your theory. I didn't ask you what another theory is. Would you answer my damn question? Well, I believe billions of years ago that something exploded. What caused the explosion? What caused the explosion? Because nothing doesn't explode unless something causes it. So you need, first of all, you need some matter that's eternal, and then you need some over here. I don't know what this is, but this right here is going to have to make this explode. I want to know how this and that got here. Explain it to me. Well, that's a complicated. The science is not settled yet, and we're still researching. Exactly. I knew you didn't believe in absolute because that's stupidity. Now, if you don't believe in absolute, I feel like robbing you now. I got a couple fellas over here, and we're going to pistol whip you a little bit. May hang you off a roof or something. Just do some, slap you around a little bit. May go to your house. One of my fellas said he was interested in your wife. That's okay, though, because you don't believe in absolute. So I'm sure they're going to be okay with you, right? You see how stupid these people are? But see, most people be impressed with them because I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care nothing about nothing. Go walk on water, clown. Tell me something. Create something out of nothing. Then I would be impressed with you. Give a damn who you are. I don't give a damn if it's with Willie D, Don Lemon. I don't give a damn who it is. Barack Obama. I don't care. All these people get impressed with these you're mortal. You're a mortal man just like me. Hell is you talking about? I'm supposed to be impressed because YouTube blocks me and demonetizes me and tries to destroy me, and they mad because can't no freaking liberals at YouTube ever break me. Clown you. Not because I'm strong. The one who I serve is stronger than everybody. He's stronger than everybody. Because if you could destroy me, you already done it because you done tried many times. And your day is coming. Every last one of you SOBs that's done all the dirty stuff you've done to people for no damn reason, your day is a coming. And when you suffer, I want you to remember all the filthy things you've done. I want you to remember that. I'm not going to have no mercy on you. I'm going to do like King David. Lord, destroy him. No sympathy, no mercy, Lord. You gave them an opportunity to do the right thing. All they promote is devious, devilish ideas, and they protect the demons. That's what they do. YouTube is notorious for protecting demons. That's what they do, protect demons. You mad because I have an opinion? All these false stories going around, and you're not mad at them. You mad at me because you can't control me. I'd rather die than let a liberal control me. I'd rather die than go with your narrative about looking under every rock for everything racist. Because when something racist, damn it, I'm going to say it. You damn right, I'm going to say it. And I've said it many times before, and some of the conservatives got mad, but I don't care. You got mad because I just like to look at the facts. And the fact said is, it could be my dad and my mama, where the fact said is, you don't like it. I stopped being concerned about what everybody else think about me probably when I was about 12. So I'm 60 now. I had a long time to hone in on this right here. Doesn't make a difference, because what I find out is that a lot of people don't even want truth. If you show it to them, they'll get upset with you. And I even ask, why are you getting upset? Why are you so mad about, I just show you a fact. Where do you get that from? But why are you emotional right now? Why are you so angry right now? Because I didn't agree with your narrative that's false. And I'm telling you why it's false, but you're angry. You're angry. These people was this. I've never seen such outrage over nothingness. All Officer Tatum did was go interview them. That's his opinion. If Officer Tatum want to give his opinion about something, give his opinion about it. But why are you that upset? I don't see y'all upset about that 2-year-old baby that I've been talking about the whole time. I haven't heard anybody else cover it. In Mississippi, a 2-year-old baby, the mother of the 2-year-old baby, and the sister of the mother both shot, all three shot executional style. Benjamin Crump ain't never talk about that because there's no money in black on black crime. The money comes in on when a white, you think a white done something to a black. We don't know if anybody did anything to Nolan Wells. But whenever you see a white does something to black, Benjamin Crump is there because he's a race hustler, just like Al Sharpton, just like the rest of you clowns on the internet. You don't have no reason skill. In this group think, whenever one of them thinks, that's right, I said that, that's right. Dumbasses. I just be shaking my head at them. And I be telling people, you can't rationalize with people like that. Can't have a conversation. I asked the clown this right here, who I knew personally. I said, you go to church every Sunday, do you not? I say, does your pastor in your Bible say that God Almighty is El Shaddai? That means God Almighty, El Shaddai. I say, so you're telling me that the white man is more powerful than El Shaddai? Because you talk about, quote, white racism more than you talk about El Shaddai. I don't ever hear you talking about God as much as you talk about racism. See, that's your God. That race is your God. Jehovah is not your God. You stop praying. You may well stop going to church. Now, I don't know your pastor. Your pastor may be preaching the gospel, but you ain't listening, because you can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink. And so what color was Jesus? I don't care if he was purple. All I know is he died for my sins, so it doesn't make a difference to me. You get caught in it. And I always ask them, okay, you go to church every Sunday. In heaven, are they going to have a segregated section? Do they have black Christians, white Christians, Latino Christians, Asian Christians? Is that what it's going to be in heaven? Because explain it to me now. Because I don't remember. Could you show me what chapter that's in? That they got a segregated heaven? Because I don't think I want to go to that heaven. That's segregated. No. It don't say nothing about that. And here's the problem. I got disdain for these ones who are not Christian, but I got more disdain for these so-called Christians because they're not. These would be the ones that Jesus was talking about. They're going to come to Jesus and say, Lord, we did all these miracles in your name, Lord. We prophesied in your name, Lord. We were doing all this good stuff. We built this big old beautiful church. I fed the homeless one time for you, Lord. But I made it about me. We did all this, and Jesus is going to say to you, depart from me, workers of iniquity. I never knew you. Get out my face is what Jesus is saying. Get out my face. All you, and what gets me is though, I love when they want to start to quote scriptures, so quote it. I like that. Quote it to me. Tell me about it. How you feel about that? Oh, is that what that says? Oh, okay then. I never read it like that before. Explain some more to me. Exegete the text. Eisegete the text. Please, come on. I'm for that. Go ahead. You're impressing me with all your knowledge. Biblically illiterate, trying to lecture somebody on something. They're going to get one scripture, take it out of context, and just run with it over and over and over again. 1 minute you see on their post, they be posting, oh, God is good. Jesus is good. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. You crackers. See, you're doing the same thing the Klan used to do. Klan used to have hanging, lynching with a Negro, and then go to church. We good Southern Christians. Blacks, the black races do the same thing the Klan and the skinheads used to do. All they did is the same thing. I don't care if you're white or black, it's the same thing. Go to church every Sunday and then think your race is superior. And then they'll go get the Bible. See, this is what it says right here. Cain was cursed. You really think it said that? Okay, if that's what you think, dumbass. You cannot make a person who doesn't want knowledge. You cannot make them. If they thirsty about to die of thirst, you say, here you go. Here goes, look at that. Got ice in there too. Here you go, drink that. You say, I'm not going to drink that. I'm not going to drink it. If you white race, you say, I'm not going to drink it. A black man drink out of that. You're a black race. I'm not going to drink it because a white man. Die of thirst then, dumbass. Because if I'm drowning, I don't care who it is. Come give me a rope so I can get out. I'm drowning. But when you're more married to your freaking race, and what gets me is that people really care about what these people think. And see, they are under the impression that we should care about what they. I hope Officer Tatum don't give a damn what they think. Because I think he's laughing all the way to the bank now. Because y'all are actually making him make more money. The more you talk about him, because he's monetized. The more you talk about him, he's making more money. I used to like when they come on and argue, because YouTube, when it was so biased, that more comments, even negative, thumbs up and thumbs down, it will make you more money. I used to be laughing. Come on over. Bring some more friends. Insult me some more. Come on over. Let me look at my account. Oh, okay, thanks for that. Could you go get 10,000 more of your friends and insult me some more? Insults don't mean anything. You got to learn this right here. This is something you need to learn. When somebody who you don't know insults you, you got to laugh at it. Why would you let somebody you don't know insult you and then you get all in your feelings? I used to take that kind of stuff and make fun of what you just called me. I don't give a damn. I don't even know you. Why would I care? But see, so many people have made them thought that was important. See, it's almost like this black hip hop community that tell people they got to check in when they go to certain cities. See, black on black crime. This is what they do. Now, the blacks will tell other black rappers or other black hip hop gang members, you got to check in. Y'all don't make the Klan check in. Does Taylor Swift got to check in when she come to y'all city? Bruce Springsteen got to check in when he come to y'all city? Oh, only the blacks got to check in when they come to your city. Self-hate. They got self-hate. And they think they're doing something, how committed they are to their stupidity. It's committed to it. Ooh, they committed to it. Tell you in a minute how committed they are to it. Dumbasses. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Dumb and dumber. I like to call them dumb and dumber. Mm-hmm. Oh, I gotta do some thanks because a couple of people didn't hit us up on our new app. I just saw it. I'm sorry. Don't worry. I'm gonna give you thanks. We have a new way to support us since Cash App took us down because YouTube told them to. I know for a fact YouTube told them to. They took us down because YouTube didn't want. They're upset because we won't go along. Who we got here? We got Miss Kimberly. And I can even reply to you, Miss Kimberly, too. Says, you and Clever are the best. Thank you. No, thank you. Let me thank Miss Kimberly. They just let you put your first name over there. We're on the Buy Me a Coffee app now. Screw you, Cash App. Screw you, Cash App. Never gave me even, they didn't even have the decency to tell me the reason that you're banning me. They don't even give you a reason. See, this is the way how communism works. When they disagree with you, all these ones complaining how racist the country is, they're allowing these bastards to make money, and they're complaining how racist it is. I should be the one crying racist if you ask me, because you won't let me make money on here because you're upset with somewhere the way my opinion about something. Let me thank Kimberly first here, because I want to make sure I thank everybody. Who else I got on here? My man Eric says, thank you for speaking the truth and always enjoy your streams and rants. I'm back from the mall safely. Yeah, Eric told me Eric told me that he went to the mall with some friends. Eric do have my number because I seen that young man come a long way. Eric, young brother, came a long ways. He becomes strong and he works hard too. Appreciate you, brother Eric. And who else we got over here on my Buy Me a Coffee? Is that D? It looks like DD Doe. Apollo, I think that's how you say it. Let me get over here and give you a thanks then, DD. I'm just gonna put exactly what you put, D. I appreciate you. God bless you. Did you leave me a message? No, okay, just sent. I appreciate that. You guys supporting us over there. If you want to support us, let me play my little video, because I put Clever and my bears in this video here. Let me pull it up again. Damn it. I just took it down. I made this little cute video. I added Clever in there.
Support the doctor at Buy Me a Coffee. The links are below.
Yes, he said support the doctor. Now link is below. Do it now.
Support the doctor. He works so hard. We love you, Common Sense Nation.
Isn't that such a sweet, beautiful young lady at Clever? She was kind of tired tonight. She was she was a little tired. She's been going all day. She's a little tired. I got some more clips I wanted to show you. This right here, I think they say he was a I forgot what kind of therapist he was. It's not important. He's gonna psychoanalyze Officer Tatum. I want to bring that in here. Here he is, this so-called expert. I forgot what he said, what kind of expert he was. It's not important. Here he is, though.
Past few weeks, I've become very aware of an online personality who goes by the name Officer Tatum. Officer Tatum is a man named Brandon Tatum, who is built quite...
Stop right here. I remember seeing you on Twitter, and on Twitter, I do remember, if I'm recall right, you were one of the ones who was saying that this recording, this audio recording was authentic, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, correct me. I think it was you, if I'm not mistaken. You said you talked to some expert. You didn't want to give his name. I may not be able to pronounce all names and stuff, but I'm damn sure good at remembering facts. Damn sure good at that.
Quite a following and reputation for being a conservative African-American, a right-wing African-American.
He's not an African-American. He's a black American. He's American. He happens to be black. I don't think he ever claimed to be African-American. Unless you're from Africa, you're not an African-American either. Do you realize that all blacks didn't come from Africa? Do they not understand? All blacks don't come from Africa, damn it. They got blacks freaking came from France.
And the way that he's conducted himself since the Nolan Wells case has exploded has gotten me interested. And what I wanted to understand was, how does someone who's an African American have the ideas that he has?
Could you elaborate on those ideas, please?
Ideals that he has and build a platform that he has. So I wanted to delve into the psychology of how a personality like that develops and where it might come from. So it's interesting because if you look at Brandon Tatum's history, you have to first understand his family. His family are full of very, very successful people and very successful athletes. One of his family members was an All-American at Ohio State University. And
wait a minute. So if his family is successful, that's the only reason he's there. Maybe his family has a habit of striving. You ever thought about that? Because I didn't hear you say somebody gave his family something. So just say some of his family members are good athletes. What does that mean? Does that mean he didn't earn it or something? I don't understand your logic in that.
Became an NFL All-Pro. Another one of his family, I think his grandfather, was a high fire department personality in Fort Worth, Texas, where he's from. He went to Dunbar High School, where he was a standout football player, absolutely stellar football player. And in that part of the world, in Texas, high school football is a really big deal.
Okay. First of all, I think it was D.L. Hughley who said he was a washed-up football player. He didn't make it. Well, technically speaking, D.L. Hughley, the Kings of Comedies, you should have never been on that particular tour, because you were not a king of comedy in any stretch of the imagination. You was the least funniest one on there. Everybody knows who the funniest on the king of comedy was Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was by far the funniest one. Second was Cedric the Entertainer, and then Steve Harvey. You were last. You shouldn't even been on the tour at all. I'm not even a big Steve Harvey fan, but at least he said he's funny sometimes. He know how to conduct himself. He ain't always talking about race. He may talk about race, but not like D.L. Hughley.
And Officer Brandon Tatum was extraordinarily successful, went on to college to play football, and had aspirations to play in the NFL. He went undrafted, which must have really caused him some struggle and caused him some difficulty. And then after going undrafted, he became a police officer in Arizona, where he also had gone to college. Now, this is all important stuff to understand, because just like in any family, living up to the family legacy is always a pressure. And when you come from a family that is stacked with so much athletic success, you feel like I have to live up to the success that my family has set for me. And oftentimes when you fail to do that, that sense of...
Hold on a minute. Last time I checked, Officer Tatum was doing pretty damn well right now. So he might not became, because everybody, they got a certain amount of slots in the NFL, just like the NBA. So he may not became a successful football player, but it looks to me he's doing pretty well for himself right now. So if that shows he must have got some tenacity, because when one door closed, he went to another door. So I don't understand what your knock on him is at this point.
Failure is a real struggle and leads to a sense of belonging. I'm going to get to that in a second, but leads to a sense of belonging. So now he's also experienced a struggle at becoming an officer, and wasn't able to do that for long term, and he stopped becoming an officer, and then he starts a security company. Now, it's interesting because at some point he starts working for Charlie Kirk, who was a very prominent conservative, very prominent right-wing conservative personality that I'm sure everybody at this point has heard about, and sadly he was assassinated. And as Brandon Tatum is working for Charlie Kirk, he starts building his own platform. Now, here's where I think things become really important. When you have been dealing with failure over a long period of time, and you have a significant sense of desire for a sense of belonging, the internet is a very interesting place, because you can build content for certain communities and experience that sense of belonging. And being around Charlie Kirk, he's going to understand how to build content for the audience that is also right-wing conservative that Charlie Kirk was serving. Now,
okay, I got a question. It seems to me that he has a problem with conservative blacks, but you don't have a problem with liberal blacks. I want to see him psychoanalyze Benjamin Crump or Al Sharpton like this. Why don't you do that for me? Why don't you psychoanalyze Willie D or any other black content creator that's left-leaning? Why don't you psychoanalyze them?
look, I want to be very clear here. There is nothing wrong with anybody being conservative, right-wing, have whatever views you want to have, and it doesn't really matter whether you're white, black, or Hispanic. It doesn't really matter. But what stands out to me about the content of Brandon Tatum is he spends a lot of time saying really disparaging, disrespectful things about historical black people, about people like Harriet Tubman. I saw him making very difficult, very, very disrespectful comments about Rosa Parks and the civil rights movement.
I like to know specifically what did he say, because you didn't give us any. You should have told us specifically what he said, because I may agree with you. Tell me what he said about Harriet Tubman. Now, everybody knows Rosa Parks was a plant, because the woman who was sitting down there was a single mother who got pregnant, and they didn't want to use her in the NAACP. So everybody knows that story. But I want you to tell me, what did he say about Harriet Tubman? Because you didn't give us any detail on what he said.
Agreeing with Charlie Kirk that black people were better off during the slave days than they are today. So why would someone...
Well, if he said that right there, I'm going to vehemently disagree with it. I don't care if Charlie Kirk or him said it. If you think it's better off to be a slave, I'd like you to become a slave. If you think it's better off. Now, some of you volunteer to be slaves. You may think that, but not me.
Have these obviously egregious opinions about black people when you are in fact black? Because I think it becomes more important to Brandon Tatum to have the acceptance that he so seeks, regardless where it comes from, and make content for those people. And there is a significant reward for that stuff in the world we live in now. So if I start making that kind of content and put it up online, I'm going to start building a following. And
you mean like you're building a following for leaning to the left? So is it acceptable to build a following leaning to the left, or build a following becoming a communist? Because this DSA, I want to play a couple of those clips. The fellow who won last night in Michigan, the main guy who's really leading them is the Scene Piker guy. I want to play a clip. I think this is Fox News talking about him. I want to play that clip. What did I do with it? Is that it?
But
Is that it?
But it could be about to backfire.
Okay, I think this is it.
But it could be about to backfire because the party is pitching a big tent.
Lefty streamer Hassan Piker, though, is ready to tear down that tent. He's the visionary of the left. He's the visionary of Democratic Socialist. And it's his party, Piker's party. And that party has an invite list. One of those invitees is Wisconsin gubernatorial candidate and Democratic Socialist, Francesca Hong. Over the weekend, Hong popped up.
You remember her, right? From Wisconsin's. She wants to cancel Thanksgiving and prisons and the Senate and the police department, the whole 9 yards.
Up alongside Ilhan Omar and Piker.
Is it a risk appearing alongside these guys as you kind of frame and head into the general?
It would be risk not to try to build the broadest coalition possible.
I'm not sure I'd turn to Hong for risk analysis. I'm not sure she's in line for a job at Barclays. Not when she thinks that Piker, a guy like this, wouldn't be a risk.
America deserved 9/11, dude. I'm saying it. It doesn't even matter. None of this justifies that Palestinians have a right to dignity, a right to emancipation, a right to live free lives, free from this occupation.
Now, they've been repeating this whole occupation thing. Well, I think it was in 2002, 2003. They offered the Palestinians, I believe it was 95 or 97% of everything they wanted. They turned it down. Hamas is what's running the Palestinians. And Hamas has sworn allegiance, according to their Quran, is to kill the Jew and all infidels. That's the same theory that they have. This SOB with the rest of them, these Muslims over here, they need to be shipped out the country. Because if you look at places like Lebanon, used to be Christian, Egypt used to be Christian, Syria used to be Christian. The Muslims go over there, they pretend to be real nice, get along with you. Hey, brother, hey, brother. They get more populations, they want to get segregated. Next thing you know, they're in power, they want you out. You're infidel. These people are talking about how wonderful Sharia law is. Why did you go back where they got Sharia law at then if it's so damn wonderful?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
Piker, though, says that he's not a risk. In fact, he's a net benefit. Just look to Michigan, where Senate candidate Abdul El-Sayed has stood side by side for many months now with Hassan Piker. And again, according to Hassan, that's a net positive.
That's a state that Trump won. And Abdul El-Sayed is my guy. There was a lot of controversy surrounding my affiliation with him, and there was a month of media coverage. And in the aftermath of that, polls came out, and it showed that Abdul had actually risen to the top.
Bernie Sanders is not echoing that level of optimism. He seems less convinced about Abdul Sayed.
How confident are you that he's going to win on Tuesday? Can he pull out a victory?
Look, he has taken on, I've never, I'm not a political scientist. I cannot recall where a major candidate was outspent so much by super PACs.
Piker, though, as I said, is a visionary, not just a kingmaker. And he has a vision, not just as who should be elected to office, but as to the future of the Democratic Socialist of America. When asked a very interesting question about what he would add to the platform, a platform that includes abolishing the Senate, here's what he said about the future of the DSA.
Arrest and prosecute and bring about corruption charges for every prominent member of this administration that is engaged in corruption. And prosecute and arrest ICE agents that have also done crimes as well.
See, this is what happens when you allow these people to come in your country because you want to be tolerant. Now, you couldn't go to the country that they love so much. You couldn't go over to Palestine and start talking about Jesus. You couldn't go over to Yemen and talk about Jesus. You couldn't go over to Haiti and talk about Jesus. So, but they come to your country and try to tell you how wonderful their country is, but they won't freaking leave to go back to their damn country at all. Now, here is, let me see, I want to show you something. Let me see if I got it here. You remember this woman here? See, a lot of these people are coming. This right here is a Chinese doctor doing COVID. You may remember her.
We need to make a decision about the vaccine. You can remain unvaccinated if you so choose, but if you want to be in public and potentially you could be infecting others with a dangerous and sometimes fatal disease that's highly transmissible, then there's an obligation of society. I mean, I think you could have it opt out the way that France, for example, or Italy and other countries are doing, saying that if you want to be in bars, restaurants, movie theaters, etc., either be vaccinated or have proof of a recent negative test. I hope that we move in that direction as a country here, because at the end of the day, I don't really understand why people have the choice.
So she decided that you should be able to force people to take a vaccination. And the thing about that is that her, Anthony Fauci, Dr. Birx, whatever, they all knew they were lying. my thing is that people can be responsible for millions of deaths, some for 100,000 of deaths, and nobody gets punished for it. But if you hurt somebody's feelings online, they want to destroy you. They let communists come into the country and literally take over. Look, you can look at some people, you can just look at the eyes and you can tell that they got that communist just dripping off of them. Anthony Fauci needs to be put in the electric chair, in my humble opinion. Everything Anthony Fauci stands for is, let's see if this one here, I want to, is that the one? Expert, who is this? I thought I had another one of Don Lemon. Oh no, I had a link for Don Lemon. Hold on a minute. What did I do with that link? See, I compare Democrats to this video, right? I forgot about this one. This is how I compare blacks and whites and Latinas and Asians who think socialism or communism is great. This is what I compare y'all to. I want you to look at this dude good. This is what he thought was a smart thing to do. That's gonna hurt right there. But see, this is what they do. They slide into stuff and ram their head against things. And these people think that this is normal behavior. Being a socialist is the equivalent of this right here. That's the equivalent, because you're just ramming your head into a vehicle yourself. This is stupidity at its finest right here. I don't understand why people hate facts so much. Why do they hate facts so much? Listen, I don't really want nobody banned, but if you're gonna ban me, if I can't make no money be monetized because somebody got their damn feelings hurt, all these left-wing nut jobs who keep getting all kind of misinformation wrong, they should be taken down too then. But see, you understand that the devil loves his own. If you can spread like, I see there's a YouTube people, I don't know what website, what YouTube station it is, but they be lying about people dying when they haven't even died, and YouTube leave them up there. It's something wrong with our society. But the Bible predicts this kind of action, though, that in the last day they would start doing this kind of stuff. Where's that other? Here's Don Lemon when he was talking to Morgan Freeman. Now, I don't agree with everything Morgan Freeman does. Not even a big Morgan Freeman fan, but Morgan Freeman was right here.
You said people can't, pull themselves up. Do you think that race plays a part in wealth distribution, or either a mindset that you can't?
Yeah. No.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Don Lemon don't like that answer right there. Let me rewind it for you again.
Because you called it bull when you said people can't, pull themselves up. Do you think that race plays a part in wealth distribution, or either a mindset that you can't?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't. You and I, we're proof. Why would race have anything to do with it? Put your mind to what you want to do and go for that. It's kind of like religion to me. It's a good excuse for not getting there.
You know, I said, and it's probably getting me in trouble, but I said to some of my colleagues recently, so I know that it's an issue, but it seems like every single day on television I'm talking about race, and it's because of the news cycle, it's in the news, but sometimes I get so tired of talking about it, I want to just go, this is over, can we move on?
And if you talk about it, it exists.
Right.
It's not like it exists and we refuse to talk about it, but making it a bigger issue than it needs to be is probably.
If you want to stop racism, stop talking about fake racism so damn much. Like, I got a strike for talking about Jesse Smollett. all factual stuff I said about him, but he's a protected one. Can't talk about him because he's been protected. I want you to listen to, this is Joe Biden when he was younger. This is before Joe Biden lost his mind.
Handbasket. We are desperately concerned about the circumstance relating to avian flu. We don't have enough vaccines. We don't have enough police officers. And we're going to debate the next 3 weeks, I'm told, gay marriage, a flag amendment, and God only knows what else. I can't believe the American people can't see through this. We already have a law, the Defense of Marriage Act, where we've all voted, not where I voted and others said, look, marriage is between a man and a woman, and states must respect that. Nobody's violated that law. There's been no challenge to that law. Why do we need a constitutional amendment? Marriage is between a man and a woman. What's the game going on here?
Now, is this a different Joe Biden? I want to hear about his viewpoints evolve. No, because they'll say anything. You know what? I find out something about the Democratic Party now. You can't even be too far to the left. Everything about these people, you want to have abortion in 9 months? So be it. You want to chop off a little boy's penis? Come on. You want to tell the parents they don't have a right to know what you're doing with their kids at school? So what? When I went to school, there's no way that a teacher would even think about doing something with these kids and not telling the parents. You couldn't even get an aspirin when I went to school without the parents knowing about it. You need a permission slip to take an aspirin. Now they'll chop off your wiener at school without even telling your damn parents. And they said this is the right of the child. This is the mindset that we've gone into now. There's nothing that the left can come up with that is extreme that they don't promote. They'll promote anything. Anything that's completely radical. They say, should you be able to go in the store and steal? And then they'll get mad because they're locking up the merchandise. It's because you are a thief. They have to lock up the merchandise because you damn won't stop stealing. And then they'll say it's racism to lock up merchandise because you can't steal it anymore. So it's racism. We've lost all perspective of having a moral compass now in this country. Stealing is wrong. The Lord says so. They say, well, what if they got to feed their family? Get a damn job, then. What the hell is you talking about, fool? You think you're the first one who became poor? When did we start legalizing thievery? They're saying that it depends on how much it is. It ain't your damn merchandise. Let me go in your house and steal. Since stealing is okay, give me your address then. If these damn politicians can sit down and write laws and says if it's under $800, it's okay to steal, I'm going to steal less than $800 out your damn house then. You see the hypocrisy of these people? They'll go with any policies. These people are telling you that they want to ban Thanksgiving. If you don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving, bastard, just don't do it. Hell is you all in our business for? I'm offended with the nativity scene. Very offensive to me. But these Muslims in New York blowing this prayer horn 5 times a day, that's not offensive to you, but a nativity scene that's quiet is offensive to you. See, this is how they indoctrinate you. If you're offended with the nativity scene, damn it, don't look at it. You ever thought about that? Just don't look at it. But see, they got all these extreme things. I think some of the Native Americans would be offended about if you call your team the Washington Redskins. No, they're not. If they are, tell them to get over it. Who cares what they think? Sick of that. Black Friday is offensive to people of color. That's stupid, people of color. If you're offended by the word Black Friday, you just ain't very smart. To make any sense right there. But they got all these different things that they have legalized you better do. You get arrested. The fella we put a video up on, and if you're not subscribed to our Rumble, please subscribe to our Rumble. We put a video up on our Rumble. And on that particular video on Rumble, it says that, what did it actually say? Yeah, the guy was arrested 77 times. He's transgender though. So we got to make sure we get his pronouns right. Arrested 77 times, 44 conviction, I think 28 felonies, been to the pen at least 8 times, and they're letting him out of jail again because it's not his fault. He was born that way. Was he born to steal too? Was he born to steal? That's what I like to know. He was just born. We can't judge this is who he is. They got an excuse behind everything. If they got this new thing called dine and dash, this is where filthy ghetto people go in a place, eat a bunch of damn food, and that means the waitress or the waiter got to serve your greedy ghetto self. And after you get served all this food, they're depending on tips. Not only do you not tip them, or not only do you not give them a low tip, you run out without even paying your damn bills. And this get posted on the internet. I think they need to be put on a chain gang. If you run out of a restaurant, you done ate a bunch of food, had people waiting on you, and you ain't had no damn money, I think you need to be put on a chain gang. Put them in prison. Hell is wrong with you? These people in here working hard for their money on tips. And here's the sad part. My daughter we used to work at a restaurant. When she was 16 years old, she started doing this. And I know other people who worked at a restaurant. And this is what they said. This is a sad, I'm not saying all blacks, but I know several black people who say this, and I know whites who say it too. They say is that on a Sunday, when the church crowd, especially a black church crowd, come in, they'll have a bunch of people there and they won't even tip. Now, you think Jesus is pleased with that? Do you think the Lord, after you got him in church jumping and hollering, talking about you got the Holy Ghost in church, and you come in a restaurant and have somebody waiting on you back and forth, and you won't even give them a damn tip, or you give them $1 tip, it's 15 of y'all at the table, and y'all leave a $5 tip. All of be ashamed of your damn self. You can't leave. If it's 15 of y'all can't afford to come up with more than that, don't eat out. Go home and cook then. But we have a society now that they don't want you talking about a certain crowd. I don't want no more illegals over here. I don't care if you're Asian. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're Latina. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're from Poland. Don't make no difference to me. We don't need no more illegals. We got too many, and I'm hoping that we can ship about 50 million of them out of here. 50 million at least. 50 million of y'all got to go. I don't care if you've been here for 30 years. You've been breaking the law for 30 years. It's time for you to pay. Now, no other conservative will say this because they got to go with the talking points of President Trump or somebody else. I don't have to go with the talking points of no one. If you've been here 30 years and you have not become legal, that means you've been breaking the law for 30 years. I want to deport you first. You said, what about his family? You should have thought about your family. You should have got legal. Been here for 30 years. What the hell have you been doing? So I suppose to say because you broke the law longer, we're going to reward you for breaking the law longer. That just don't make any sense to me. I mean, help me understand your logic because I'm not logically thinking like this. Some things don't make no sense to me. And those are things that don't make any sense to me. I don't understand if somebody been arrested 20 times in 4 years that you expect that they're going to do the right thing. I don't care if it's 20 misdemeanors. How in the hell you get 20 misdemeanors arrested 20 times in 4 years? You need to stay in jail. You don't know how to act. Anybody can make a mistake 1 or 2 times, but 20, 30, 77? That's the person who's not going to do the right thing. You're not going to do the right thing, you get arrested that many damn times. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care if your mammy was trash. I don't care if your daddy was trash. It's not my fault. I don't want to suffer because your parents is trash. How's that fair to us, the rest of us? Are y'all, anybody in the chat are willing to say, I'm willing to take a carjacking or a pistol whipping because somebody's parents was trash? I mean, let me see a show of hands who gonna do that. No, I don't want to do it because your parents are trash. You crazy? No, I don't want to do none of that. If your parents are trash, that's your parents' fault. Hell, I look like I'm supposed to just take what you say because your parents was trash. All of a sudden, that means I gotta suffer because your parents was trash. I don't think so. I do not think so. Not gonna do it. No can do. I can't go for that. No can do. I can't go. Wait a minute. I got somebody else in here. Hold on a minute. Dolores. I'm sorry, Dolores. I didn't even see that. My dear Dolores. Just hit us up. Hold on a minute. Let me give Dolores a shout out. I just missed that, Dolores. I'm sorry. I just happened to look back up. I was running my mouth talking about liberals. You know what? You know how I like to talk about liberals. It's one of my favorite subjects to talk about because what they think they can do is bully us around online. They're gonna bully me around. I don't care if you get upset about what I said. If you have a right to go on and lie, why don't Officer Tatum or anybody, even Candace, I don't even agree with most of the stuff Candace Owens says. Thank you so much, Dolores. But I think that Candace Owens should have a right, even if a bunch of her stuff is trash now. She should have a right to say it. Of course you should. This is America, right? But they didn't demonetize Candace Owens. I'm not saying I want them to, but here's the point, though. She's got a lot of stuff wrong. So there's a whole bunch of these other influencers got a lot of stuff wrong. I don't see them being demonetized. If somebody gonna tell me they're gonna let Charleston White keep talking on the internet and I get demonetized, but Charleston White can earn money, what kind of society are we in? He once said that encourage people to rape Asian babies. He's still on the internet. I don't understand a mindset like that where he can stay on the internet, but I can't. They be doing posts about killing people on the internet and they're monetized still. Talking about all kind of crap. Talking about having relations with underage children and they still on the internet. They ain't demonetized yet. You can't make this up. Can't make it up. We're living in a twisted society now. A society that tells you that certain people, no matter how trashy they are, I was watching it was some hip hop thing that popped up. There's some kind of event they have. And they got the nerve to try to say what I'm saying is crazy. Let me see if I got somebody else. Who is that? I want to get back to I want to play Nolan Wells' Stepfather again. Before I do that, I want to let you listen to what the real expert, because it was so-called two experts. Remember the woman who said she did the review? I forgot what remember this woman here?
Okay, so before I play this, I want to quickly explain what I did, what you're looking at.
Okay, now I know I did a video on this already, but here is the other expert who contradicts her. He's kind of saying she's not really an expert.
I want to go to Robert Fried, digital forensics expert who spent more than 2 decades analyzing electronic evidence. He's the executive vice president of forensics and chief investigative officer at Page One. He's trained law enforcement agencies across the country in digital forensics and computer crime investigations. Thanks for taking the time. I want to take this step by step. So first of all, you analyzed both versions. What were you able or not able to determine?
Well, you can obviously look at just the totality of both versions and see that there's a time difference right away. One's 8.5 minutes, the other one's 8 minutes and 50 seconds. And what we actually did was we extracted and preserved the videos from the specific websites, the TMZ as well as the WAFB website. And then what we were able to do there is take a digital fingerprint MD5 hash value of those two videos. They were obviously different, which means that they have different content. And then we went in and we looked at the transcript that was able to be gleaned from both versions. And
So
this guy's almost saying that was something added to the video. Isn't that something else? So you was manipulating the damn video is what he's actually saying. I just don't understand. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the reason they was mad that Officer Tatum went and interview the young men. So is this America? Is it not America? These bunch of Adolf Hitlers running around saying that everybody else can interview whoever they want to interview. Nolan Wells' parents can go on any show. Benjamin Crump can go on any show. But Officer Tatum is a coon for interviewing these kids. I want to know why the mama didn't go talk to him since they was around your kids. Because like I said, if some boys who had been coming to my house sometime, hanging around my son, I'm living in the same town with him, a small town. My son come up missing. This is what I'm gonna do. Dring. Yeah. When the last time y'all seen Nolan again? Now, won't you walk me through what happened? Y'all left at what time? Okay. And what else happened after that? No, okay. How did he get his phone? Okay, what's the girl? How she look? You got her phone number? Can you find out who she is and get back with me? I would have harassed the living hell out of them every damn day. They would have had to get a restraining order on me to stop me from contacting them. Instead, the mother ignored all the people who hung around Nolan. The mother ignored all of the parents, and she went and got Benjamin Crump, and she goes on CNN and Don Lemon and Joy Reid and every other liberal show out there, Good Morning America. And then they said, we just want the facts. We just want the truth. Well, you could have fooled the hell out of me. If you want the facts, you're not going to get the fact dealing with Benjamin Crump. You're just not. You're not going to get the fact dealing with, let's have a reading lesson from Benjamin Crump first again. I want to do a little reading lesson for Benjamin Crump because he's such a fantastic reader. Being on the reading.
It goes the gunshot wound up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
The injury, proliferation of the left internal current subra. Now I'm looking at this word, I know. So it's not a subdural artery, but
I just realized on my YouTube, on my Rumble, I put the wrong Rumble because it's a box you click, and I clicked on the wrong one with my other subscribers. So I'm sorry if you're not seeing it on Rumble. I'm going to have to upload this to Rumble. I just realized that I clicked on the wrong one. Didn't realize until just then. And I see my boy Howard, Big Boy Howard, is over there on that one right there. I'm sorry about that, Howard. I just noticed that I actually clicked on the wrong one. He's called Flexigun on there. Big Boy Howard is. I'll re-upload this broadcast after I get off to Rumble. I didn't realize that I had did that. It usually was already set, so I don't know why I did that. I really don't. Because usually it automatically picks up on one, but on Rumble, I thought I was live on Rumble. I'd be damn. I should have added, see, can I add the other, hold on a minute, let me see if I add something. If it'll let me add the other one right quick. I'm gonna take that Rumble off and see if I can add it. If it won't, it might not let me add it though. I'm gonna take that one off. I didn't realize I had did that. I'd be dang. I'm gonna see if I can add. I'm gonna see if I can. I think I just added. Did it add? No, it added Facebook. It didn't add Rumble. Facebook just joined us over there. If you just joined us on Facebook, I took that wrong. I'm gonna upload the Rumble one after this. But let's get back to Ben Crump reading.
And then it goes the gunshot wound up ahead. The injury, proliferation of the left internal current subra. Now I'm looking at this word, I know.
You don't know a damn thing. This race hustler, see, as long as you let this race hustler come up here and talk, they're good with this. I'm gonna tell you something. If you're black, if you're white, if you're Latina, if you're biracial, whatever race, if you mix with 50 different colors, the Lord is the one who allowed you to be born to those parents. You ain't have nothing to do with it. These people are upset with Officer Tatum because he interviewed the people. Don Lemon and all the rest of these people could have interviewed these young men. The mama could have interviewed them. The mama could have called them. But all this time, they were living in a predominantly white neighborhood. The mother didn't say a mumbling word about racism. There's so many interracial people down in Mississippi. It's not even funny. Quit telling us about something that happened 71 years ago with Emmett Till. Quit telling me about slavery in the 1800s, the 1700s. You're not even that equipped on history to even be quoting it. You don't even know if any of your damn ancestors was even slaves. But here's the point I have. Why is it, I'm going to repeat this again. Why is it that these folks, these black back to African Negroes, these white guilty liberals have such a problem with Officer Tatum, whoever he married? Why is it your business who he is, who his wife is? Ain't none of your damn business. If I was everybody, ain't none of your damn business who I'm married to. What makes these people like, he needs to get the approval from the black community on who he should marry? It ain't none of your damn business who he marries. You can disagree with his opinion on stuff, but why are you upset that he interviewed somebody? Tell me what policies that he said that you disagree with. I don't want to hear that he interviewed somebody. That means he's Toming. Your mama probably is a Tom too, because your mama probably support Democrats, don't you? Nobody is more of a coon than most of these blacks with the NAACP. Big Crump is a coon. All he does is propagate race theories anyway. All these folks, all this time, you guys have been supporting the Democratic Party. Listen, I'm not telling you guys to support the Republic. I got a lot of problem with a bunch of Republicans because I can't stand John Thune, John Cornyn, Lindsey Graham. I didn't like him. I don't like Mitch McConnell. Speaking of Mitch McConnell, where in the hell is Mitch McConnell? Fella been missing in action for about 2 months now. Where in the hell is freaking Mitch McConnell? There's no way nobody should be able to hold office that damn long without giving a public statement. They're milking things out. Remove him out of office, damn it. I don't care if you got an R in front of your name, but here's the problem I have. I've seen all this hate. These people saying all this stuff about Officer Tatum. Listen, I don't agree with everything Officer Tatum says either. Officer Tatum has every right if he wants to go interview those boys. And if you want to interview the mama, if you want to interview a skinhead, a Black Lives Matter person, a Black Panther, you have every right to do that too. These little Adolf Hitlers running around telling people that they need a permission slip to get your damn approval. Don't nobody give a damn about your approval. That's the concept of these people. They think somebody needs their damn approval. Officer Tatum don't need your approval. Does anybody else? Because I damn sure don't need your approval. They get upset when they can't control a narrative. Here you got all of these people from the internet. Why is it that the NAACP and all of you freaking Negroes, y'all wasn't upset that the Southern Poverty Law Center was paying the Klan? I didn't hear no outrage about that. If they had found out that some conservative organization that just say was affiliated with Donald Trump was paying the Klan to do race stuff, they would have never stopped talking about it. But here you have the NAACP who once honored Donald Trump. Now, this same NAACP, the Black Caucus, and all you black online fake Negroes didn't say anything about the Southern Poverty Law Center paying the Klan to harass you dumbasses. That thing that happened in Charlotte, that you guys kept trying to blame Donald Trump, find out that the Southern Poverty Law Center paid for that fake racism, just like Jesse Smollett. You can do fake racism, spend millions of dollars, waste taxpayers' money, and you still have a platform that still support you because they're demons. These are demons from the pit of hell. Can't be no more demons in hell because they're all here. And they're online too. And they think they're smart. And they want to control what you say, what you think. Who do you think he is, that freaking coon? Here's a dumbass people who support the Democratic Party. I'm going to repeat it to you again too, because I know you're a little slow. The Democratic Party Robert Byrd was a Democratic card-carrying Klan member for over 50 years. He was in office. Joe Biden said he was his mentor. Hillary Clinton said it was her mentor. She gave him a kiss. Barack Obama, Hillary, Bill, Joe Biden, all of them eulogized the Klan member, and you dumb Negroes still are supporting the ones who went and eulogized a freaking Klan member. They eulogized a freaking Klan member, and you didn't say a mumbling word, but you upset with Officer Tatum. But you weren't upset when your black hero, your queer messiah, Barack Obama, Hillary, Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, all eulogized a Klan member. And you're such a freaking dumbass that you'll actually be more upset with Brandon Tatum or any other black that's conservative. You hate Clarence Thomas. Thomas Sewell, you hate him. But you love Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, who eulogize a freaking Klan. You can't make this up. Eulogize a freaking Klan, but you still support him, and you got the nerve to call somebody a coon. Your mama's a coon. I'll let you talking about. You calling somebody a coon when you're supporting a party who eulogized the Klan member. He was a freaking card-carrying Klan member, and he was in the Democratic Party for over 50 years. Can't make this up. That's why I find it comical when one of these freaking cotton pickers get online acting as if you're going to say, you can't shame me, Negro. Freaking clown. You a clown to me. All of them, they nothing but a bunch of clowns. I done figured this out a long time ago. I know some of these people personally. They're clowns. I call them clown right now. They know me. I call them clowns. I know you're a clown. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. You get online and you get out with all this fake racism going on. The same Negroes I know personally was never bringing up racism this much when we grew up. We grew up in the same neighborhood and they didn't bring up racism. And they'll get online talking about racism. Fool, we used to be in the hood all the time. We used to be playing basketball, but we ain't never white people riding down the street. You niggers! I don't remember that. You never actually said anything about when we grew up. You said, but you get your dumb ass online and keep talking about this. Damn, you stupid. You let other people influence. You're a grown freaking man. You're a grown woman. You let other dumbasses online influencing you when we grew up in the same neighborhood and you knew damn well there were no white racists wandering around calling you the N-word. But this is how dumb you are. I don't got no respect for people like this. I just don't. I don't got no respect for you. You was raised and nobody was acting like this, but you get online acting like you being oppressed. You are oppressed in your damn mind, demon. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Online with all this foolishness. So I'm so upset about the white man, the white man, the white man. Do you really think that's the problem in the black community? Because I'm not one of those who never goes to the black community. I go to the hood anytime I damn well please. I go to all kind of hoods too. Believe that. I go to Mexican hoods, Asian hoods, black hoods, white hoods. Go to the trailer parks. I go to it all. And I've never been called the N-word. So I don't understand this concept. And I'm older than a bunch of these people, and they online all the time talking about freaking racism. It is tiresome. You're upset. Maybe you should mind your damn business and quit worrying about what everybody else is doing so damn much. If the black leadership would actually do what they need to do besides race hustling, if we stop race hustling, Benjamin Crump wouldn't even have a damn job. People have been race hustling you for years and your community ain't no better, but you keep talking about it because you're slow. You got a low IQ. And see, and if you saw that post where Don Lemon was interviewing that guy, thousands of comments of the dumbass calling that man an Uncle Tom, a coon, and all this kind of stuff. He must be with Officer Tatum. A bleeper, bleeper, bleeper. Sound like a Fat Albert. One of those characters out of Fat Albert or something. And they think they're intellectual too. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them they ain't smarter than you. How you gonna tell me? I'm not trying to tell your dumb ass nothing because I know you're stupid. I don't even try to argue with him no more because I know there's a certain kind of people who's not going to get it. There's white liberals who's never going to get it. There's black liberals who's never going to get it. Asians, Latinas, they're never going to get it. And you're wasting your time trying to reason with these people because knowledge is too accessible, easy accessible, that you can look up facts for your damn self. And to this day, I don't care how emotional Nolan Wells' mother and father gets, to this day, we have not got the autopsy report. Now, Willie D and some of these others are trying to get in the front of it saying, we don't care what the autopsy says. We're not going to believe it. I know you're not. I know you're not because you're a dumbass. I know you're not going to believe it because you're not interested in facts. You're interested in your emotions. And I've never seen so many men who are so emotional. My daughter wasn't even this emotional when she was 4. Grown-ass men online all the time. Emotional as hell. Emotional react on everything. As soon as somebody says I'm going to get all emotional and stuff, pipe it down. You need to go get your testosterone shot or something because a man should not be there emotional all the damn time. Of course you can get emotional sometimes, but if you're emotional all the time, maybe you got too much estrogen in your body. Grown-ass man, always emotional. What about this? What about this? Ask your mama about it. What about it? What about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? See, you think that I give a damn about answering you because I know you're not interested in facts because if you was, you can look it up for your damn self. #1 killer of blacks. Look it up for yourself. Now, if you come back and say anything but blacks, I know you're a dumbass for sure then. Look it up. If you're concerned about black people dying in the street, yeah, you're killing us. No, you're killing each other, dumbass. Quit pretending as if somebody else is killing you. You all are killing each other. 85 to 80% of all blacks are killed by blacks. I'm not going to argue with you, dumbasses. See, some of them others be answering you. I don't be answering because I know you're stupid. Because I know some of these people personally. I'm talking about not only, I know them personally. Been knowing some of them for 50 years. They are dumbasses. Then they'll get online. Did you see this? No, I don't respond to you. Too dumb for me. I got to save my brain cells trying to respond to you is dumbing me down. Iron sharpens iron, but you're not iron. You're plastic. I can't sharpen myself up against you. You're making me stupid by even listening to you. And then you want me to give you the same kind of response everybody else give you because evidently you need some affirmation. I'm not the one. I will insult the living hell out of you. I don't care about you getting mad. I don't care about you getting mad. Our problem is I love the internet, but the internet has made some people dumber. It made some people more emotional. And the reason these socialists that's running for office can get online, just think about this. They say they want to do away with all prisons. The DSA's standpoint is we like to do away with the Pentagon. Now, I know the Pentagon has some corruption, but if you ain't got no damn military, you're going to be in trouble. So you're saying you want to do away with the police department and the jail cells. So when rape occurs, if child molestation occurs, what are you going to do with the people? Because see, none of these people who be interviewing these socialists never ask them this particular question. When you see somebody commits murder or something, what are you going to do? Counsel them? So what if you get a serial killer? What you going to do? Counseling? Because you say you don't have no prisons. You don't have a police department, so who's going to arrest them? You're going to go talk them to death? You're going to send them a text message? You're going to put it on a billboard? Do not commit any more crimes. I will talk you to death. Stupid. You don't got no, I don't want to live in any country that ain't got no damn prisons. Because some of these SOBs need to be locked up forever. How long is ever? Forever, ever. Never need to let out of jail. In my personal opinion, a bunch of them need to be put in an electric chair or giving that injection because they're not fit for society. And you think that these people are more upset with ICE. ICE job is to deport illegals. They didn't have their day in court. Did you have your day in court when you broke in the country? Get over it. They need their constitutional right. They're not citizens. They're not citizens. They're damn their constitutional right. You're not even a citizen over here. You come in my house making up rules. I see you later. Deport every last one of them. I want them all deported. Don't give a damn how long they've been here. Deport them. Well, that's just not reasonable. It's not reasonable because we become wimps. You let people steal from you and says, you know what? They're not that bad for stealing from me. Really? They just stole from you. For 30 years, they've been stealing from you, but they're not really bad people. If you steal from me for 30 years, damn it, you bad. And I'm talking about not just the Michael Jackson bad either. You bad for real. But we have become comfortable trying to be politically correct. I want to break down all barriers of political correctness. Political correctness is destroying the freaking country. And it's my duty as your damn doctor to make sure we do that. Hold on a minute. I just saw something on my phone here. Let me see here. Okay, I thought I saw something on my phone there. Well, see, here's the thing. Now, what we'll start doing, because I don't like people who think that they can just bully people around because they don't agree with them. I don't care if you agree with me, but I don't want you taking that. And I'm not going to go to your page. I'm going to bully you around you. These people get so upset because in their mind, they want to control everybody. These are the people who keep telling you free, my body, my choice, all this stuff. And then they want to tell you who you can talk to. They want to tell you what you can believe in. You's a sellout. Do you even know what a sellout is? Freaking low IQ monkey, you thinking that you're so damn smart. All you do is all day long, and this is what pisses me off more than anything about YouTube. They allow the most vile creatures to come on the internet and just spit out lies day in and day out. And nobody even says anything. Well, that's their opinion. Well, that's it. Listen, if a person decides that they want to talk about a certain subject and you don't agree with it, like it's some people, I don't agree with their viewpoint. I don't like them that much, so I don't watch them. I don't go, I want to get them banned off there because my feelings was hurt. Stop looking at stuff that hurt your feelings, dumbass. But you got a more control for it. Like when you don't want to watch stuff on TV, you change the channel, right? You change the channel. So how about just change the channel and not watch stuff that you get offended about? I used to really love YouTube because there wasn't no, everybody didn't have protected thing. Everybody's protected. Somebody with their feelings hurt. People get robbed and they get more, they get less protection after being robbed than you do on internet for somebody getting their feelings hurt. About facts, not a lie. I can understand they was offended about you lying on them, but they're offended about you telling the truth. It's offensive. Telling the truth. That little chick who does the lives of TikTok, all she used to do is go get liberal stuff on TikTok and come and post it on Twitter. Didn't even comment. All she did was get their stuff and post it. They wanted to kill her for posting what they said on Twitter. On TikTok. Now just think about that. You want to kill somebody for posting something you actually said on TikTok. She didn't even give a commentary on it. She got their actual videos and posted it. And they said she gotta die. We gotta dox her. How about you just disagree with her? But there's nothing to disagree with about because she never said anything. She posted your videos of what you said. And you say, for that reason, she must die for spreading what I've been preaching on TikTok. You can't make it up. You're not going to be able to have a rational conversation with people who wants to kill you for posting what they said. It's ridiculous. It's worse than this. This woman was so outrageous. I played the video. If you saw the video, you put up Clay Travis. Clay Travis had a video, and he was talking about putting up $10 million in order for the championship WNBA team to play against a high school boys team of his choosing, and the left is outraged, showing his pig. For $10 million, I fight any SOB for $10 million. I don't give a damn if I get my ass whooped. For $10 million, I don't get Mike Tyson in his prime, bring it. Whoever wants for $10 million, I fight anybody on planet Earth for $10 million. Don't give a damn. He wants to get y'all $10 million. I bet y'all $10 million that y'all can't beat the boys. And you says instead of taking the bet, you say, I'm going to say I'm offended. This chauvinist pig saying that men should not be competing against women, even though we prove our case. All these years, they've been having men and women separate because it's obvious that men are stronger, faster, and bigger. They say, no, we need to let the men go play with the women. Notice none of the women ever go join the men's team because they couldn't make the team. Only the men with full of testosterone can go beat the women, and you say, let's praise him. And let's get upset with any woman who doesn't want to compete against men, or girls who don't want to compete against boys. We will say that you have transphobia. I do not have transphobia. I am not afraid of you. I have common sense. And see, this is how they try to shame you. You're being persecuted because somebody quote DNA facts, biological facts. That's an insult to you. All Clay Travis said is he want to put up to 10 million. And they said that is an outrage. You would dare try to embarrass these women. I thought they can beat them. There's no difference between male and female. How are they always talking about women's rights when they can't even define women? Tunji Brown couldn't even define women. But you can go get a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and they know the difference. Matter of fact, when my kids were 6 months old, they know the difference between mommy and daddy at 6 months old. But we got people with PhDs. We got people sitting on the Supreme Court. We got people who senators and congressmen who don't know the damn difference between male and female. It's insanity. And you have to be politically correct because somebody may get their feelings hurt online. Why are you listening? If you know you're not going to agree with me, you know that I say stuff that may hurt your feelings, why even listen? The listening is to control you. We forbid you to say things that may be offensive to my truth. It is my truth, not your truth. See, your truth would be different from my truth. No, it's no such thing as my truth, your truth. Truth is truth. And ultimately, all truth comes from God. So if it ain't true to God, it ain't true to whatever you say. This is my truth. Like you got some monopoly on this special segment. My niche of truth is over here. Your niche of truth is over there. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. It's like something has happened to the mind of the people, and they'll get upset if you don't agree with their train of thought. But anyway, we got to get out of here. Let me play our little video one more time on our way out of here. This is our new little support video with my two bears and the beautiful Clever in there.
Support the doctor at Buy Me a Coffee. The links are below.
Yes, he said support the doctor. Now link is below. Do it now.
Support the doctor. He works so hard. We love you, Common Sense Nation.
All right, good night out there, Common Sense Nation. We'll get with you tomorrow. We'll try to, somebody will be offended by this right here, but I don't really care. Because in this life, you will be offended about something. Trust me, you will. But you can't get your pantyhose in a ruffle just because you got offended. Did you die? No, you didn't die, so get over it.